So here we have the Ajna, and this is about conceptualizing and interpreting, right? So if the head center is about inspiration and it's asking questions, then the Ajna is like receiving those questions and it's like, how am I going to process this? And 52.9% have this undefined. And this shows up as amplifying others' mental processing. And the not self shows up as trying to be certain. So the question you can ask is, am I trying to be certain? Or how am I trying to be certain? How am I trying to prove that I know these things in this like mental capacity? And the secret is recognizing you cannot be certain about anything and just enjoying your mind as a mental playground. And remember, you don't have to know all the answers, right? Like, can get really caught up in thinking that we have to know these things, that we have to have all these answers, because again, we're amplifying it from the people who have it defined, and we're amplifying it times two. So it's not like you just, if you're feeling it, it's a little more, like you're doubling it up. So this one, I feel like this is kind of like the argument starter, or like you just get in worse arguments. I find my boyfriend has this defined and I have it undefined, and we'll end up in these like silly arguments where I'm like, I have to show that I know this thing and I have this other source and I watched this video and I have this reference point. And it's like, why? None of these things actually matter in any real capacity. It's just this pressure to have the answers to things, to be able to process that mental data. And it's again, it's like, it's those loops that we can get into, the spiraling wheels, that you're not going to like get to that point of satisfaction. You're not going to get to that point of like, I did it, I proved myself, and I know all the things. You know, it's just going to keep looping in that uncertainty and just trying to prove it when there's nothing really there that you can ever get to an end point on. Recognize you can't be certain about anything. I've definitely like struggled with this in my own way, in my own like academic of like, I'm going to find it out. I'm going to have all the information and I'm going to show everyone that I'm smarter than them. I feel like the undefined Ajna can really have that chip on its shoulder of not thinking you're smart enough and really having to like show that you know things. And I even remember when I was in school as a little girl, I ended up getting in trouble once because apparently I was saying, I don't know too much. And I was just answering questions like, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. And I had like the teacher talked to my mom, and my mom had to talk to me about not saying I don't know so much. And I feel like it was this like early like layer of conditioning of like, no, you can't not know. You need to be certain. You need to prove that you are certain and that you have these answers, or you're going to get in trouble. The adults are going to be mad, and you're going to be in trouble that you don't know, that you're uncertain. So like, that's the conditioning, right? It's the stuff that we get from family, friends, and even like school. It's this, you can't be as you are. You need to be that which you're not, that what you are isn't enough. You have to be more than that. You have to be all those open receptor sites where you're supposed to just be feeling in with other people. No. You need to, run yourself ragged and spin your wheels trying to show that you know these things. So play with that. Practice, that you don't have to know all the answers. Like, allow yourself to just be like, okay, maybe I can just take it in, right? Because like the gift here is being able to gauge the quality of other people's mental processing, and maybe lean back into that and like allow yourself to like breathe, of like, oh, that sigh of release of I don't have to know all the things and prove that I have all the knowing. Like, you don't have to have all the answers. That's not your job. Like, that's going to be the job of the people who have that defined. So play with that.